What's going on, everybody? This is Marco Liano coming to you for video number 13 of the JDOC series. And man, I am juiced. I'm fired up today because I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, guys. I know, it was freaking crazy. Yesterday I didn't have such a great day in terms of waking up, but today was completely different. I had woken up and I heard that voice. That voice inside you says, just go in and sleep in for another 5 minutes, another 10 minutes. You've all heard that voice before, and I heard it too. But it was in that moment that I really said, no, just get up. Just all you need to do is get up. That's it. The only thing that was going through my mind is get up, and go downstairs. So I did that. I went and grabbed some water, and that was critical, guys. In yesterday's video, I was talking about how sometimes when things don't plan out as they do, and not following through with commitments and everything like that, how that affects your state and you don't feel like doing things, and almost a reason as to why I didn't make yesterday's video. But I pushed through it, and I really wanted to show that is what I wanted to emphasize on that is so I can show you how things are gonna, not only to show you, but also show myself that things are always gonna work out how you plan them. And definitely yesterday was a more difficult day to get up, but today I woke up early and it felt just really, really good being able to, be a person of your word, of integrity. And it's not that I'm not a person of integrity, it's just sometimes my old habits and tendencies that I built up over the course of my life so far have been to procrastinate and to do things at a later time when it's not as urgent. And we all, many of you can relate, possibly when you have something that's due and there's a deadline and you push it off until it becomes completely urgent and you have to do it in that moment, or else you get some kind of consequence, whether it's not turning in your homework or not ready for the test, or maybe in competition for sports if you don't really train and you kind of slack off during training, and when you go out into the mat or out to whatever, I wrestled, so I was out to the mat, but if you're in any other sport, you would go out onto the field, or I'll just use that example. Go out into the field and you're not prepared because you took it easy during practice and you didn't give it 100%. You didn't train harder than the other person that was training, that was going to play against you. And the thing with life, the sport of life, there's really no one else that's playing against you. It's only you playing against yourself. So imagine the enemy team is you. The only person that's holding you back is you. If you want to win, you have to train yourself harder than your how would I put it, your habits, your tendencies of how you do things, your thought patterns. You have to train yourself harder to ingrain new patterns, and it's going to be uncomfortable. Sometimes you're not going to want to do it. Sometimes it's going to feel like it's not working because you've broken it, but it's not a time to stop. It's a time to keep going. There was a quote that I heard is, when it hurts, when you want to quit, that's when you really grow. When you're going to the gym, for example, and you're doing your reps, getting swole, it's the reps that start to hurt. That's when you should start counting, because it's when it's least comfortable and when you have to push them the hardest that the most growth will happen. For me, it was being on that bed and thinking, man, this hurts, this is painful. Well, it wasn't painful. It's more like, man, this is comfortable. Man, I don't want to get up. Man, I need more sleep. It's the same thing. You don't feel like doing something, but if you push through it and you train that more and more and more, more often, you'll naturally start to do it as a habit. Like when you start working out, at first it's really, really hard and you really have to push yourself. You don't feel like going to the gym. You don't feel like getting up and putting in an hour of work, 2 hours of work, whatever your workout is, and then coming back and then having to do the rest of your things or however you do it. it's going through those uncomfortable moments, and that's what I went through today. I got up and I even started reading Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. So if you see this one, it is a pretty big book, 590 pages almost. I started reading it, and I guess this is kind of an extreme to commit to something this big. But it should be interesting. I'll keep you guys posted on what I learned from that book. But yeah, that's my update for today. I don't want to make this too long of a video. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I did get a win for the day. And I'm bringing more of this, and it's coming a little bit more natural. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm not really thinking too much of what I'm saying. I'm kind of just letting it go. If it sounds good, great. If it doesn't, I mean, oh well. I'm just training to speak from the heart, not from the mind, because when you get stuck in your mind, that's when you tend to overthink, and bad things happen. If you have ever experienced what it is to overthink, I know I have. I'm moving away from doing that and moving more into speaking from spirit, even though rationally and logically I don't really know if what I'm saying makes sense, but I just know that I'm flowing freely, and hopefully this makes sense. And I do hope that you guys gain some value of today's video. If you want to follow me in this journey as I create more and more videos, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you guys can grow with me. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comments, send me a message. I'd gladly like to take over, and if I can provide value to you in any way, please let me know how I can do so. That's me signing off for today's JDOC number 13. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. You enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next video.